What's up, gang? Hope you're doing well. A lot of you ask me to do a lot more of these videos that I just happen to see on my timeline also. So I'm going to be trying to drop just more videos. So we do 2 a day. I'm going to be trying to do 3 a day. I'm just going to try to get more basketball videos out. This is JQ basketball training. JQ basketball training. Go like, subscribe. 7 months old, but 5 keys for elite pace in basketball. Pace masterclass. Now, this train, again, no offense to all the trainers that I review, but this style of video to me, I typically don't enjoy. So let's see if it's good. And not because I don't like the trainer, not because I just want to hate on the video. 5 keys or 5 secrets or 5 tips. It typically is more content driven than basketball driven. So we'll see. I'll give it a chance though.
So you clicked on this video because you have no pace in your game. You don't know how to play it. Oh,
and pace was one of the words that I used over on the main channel, and like it's one of those buzzwords that people always use. So that's why when I saw this video, I was like, gotta review it.
Speed, you're always getting sped up by defenders. So this video is gonna help you play with more pace, become a better ball handler, and become a better point guard. I'm JQ, I'm a basketball trainer in South Florida. I have my own facility. And if you're looking to become a better point guard, make sure you check out my point guard program, first link in description.
And again, the reason I think pace is a little bit of a buzzword, I strongly advocate for full speed left, full speed right. If you can do those 2 things, because physically, efficiently, and just skill wise, those are the toughest to do, right? Full speed right finish, full speed left finish. If you can do that, you can always pull it back. You can always play slower. That's where the pace comes in. But what happens is most people don't know what full speed is. So they'll be going 10%, or they play at 25% all the time, and then they'll add 10% to that. And I'm like, well, you're still only going 40%. That's not really pace. Being able to go 20% to 40%, like that's not pace. Be able to go full speed, be able to slow it down. To me, that's pace. And most people just avoid full speed altogether.
Thing that you have to be able to do if you want to play with pace is be able to slow down with a live dribble on either foot.
So I mean, number 1, first thing you need to do is slow down. No, most kids aren't fast enough, or most kids can't get to the basket fast enough. They don't need to slow down. They need to be going faster. It sounds counterintuitive, I know, but.
So I'm handling the ball and I'm going at the same pace every time. My defender's going to be able to stay with me the whole time if I'm not changing the speeds of my feet and stopping on my foot when I'm handling it. So if I want to develop more pace, I want to be able to either stop on my inside foot or my outside foot and be able to slow down my dribble without carrying it, without picking it up. This is something that all the best guards master, especially the ones who are in the league and above.
So what do you see the defender is doing here? And this is this guy does this a lot. And again, no offense. I think doing these videos where you have a fake defender, it kind of just I understand why you do it, so people have a point of reference, but this is not real defense. So it works because you've told him like, hey, do what I do, but it's not working because if you said, hey, steal this ball from me, go as hard as you can and steal this ball, he would just steal the ball from me.
Master, especially the ones who are in the league and above.
Like no one plays defense like this. So he's playing slow, which is why your slow steps and everything work. If he just got up and pushed you and pressured and started going for the steal, your pace and your slowing down on either foot would have nothing to do here.
With it as well, stopping on one foot, changing directions with anchored steps. But really just being forceful with those steps is going to help you really
play full speed, kids. Let's see tip number 2. Stop from a sprint. Okay.
Next thing that you have to be able to do if you want to play with more pace is to be able to stop really fast. So if I'm attacking my defender, if I want to be able to pace the game and slow it down, I need to be able to stop on inside.
So again, it's the first 2 tips is basically what I said was going to happen, right? When people talk about pace, they're all talking about slowing down, stopping, slowing down. If you can't go full speed, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you can stop or not. Stop from a sprint. Okay, let's go to the next
thing that you have to be able to do if you want to play with more
change
pace
demeanors.
Is to be able to change your demeanor. So it doesn't matter if my defender's playing really high up or my defender's off of me. I want to be able to play with a relaxed demeanor where I'm handling the ball and they're almost no concern to me.
I've got my own thoughts on this, but let's see what he says.
We're handling it. I want to be able to keep the ball away, obviously, get into arm battles if he reaches. But for the most part, I want to be able to have the demeanor that I'm either setting up the offense or I'm just super relaxed because that allowed me to catch them off guard more and more. So
again, none of this stuff he said is wrong. But to me, it's not teaching, it's not coaching, because you're getting the you're getting the steps out of place first. And you could solve all of this again by full speed left, full speed right. If you can do those two things, now I can coach you. If you can't do those two things, you need to go learn how to do those two things first. Changing demeanors, looking calm is good. It's one way to do it. But what does that mean? To me, if a defender gets too close to you and you can blow by them, full speed left, full speed right, what are they going to do the next time? Are they going to get really close to you again and pressure again? Chances are they're probably going to back up. If they do it again, you just keep going. Go score 50 points. But if they're going to back, if they believe that you can go full speed at any moment, they're going to back up. Now you can be calm. Now you can set up the offense. Now you can have a different demeanor. Now you can do those things. So again, pace so far, all of this is going to be solved and fixed if you can play full speed.
Be able to explode playing off that slow pace. For instance, I'm handling the ball, I attack, I pull it back. If I relax and I look this way, my defender's then gonna potentially step up, and in that case, I'm gonna go by him, okay? So being able to slow down and kind of look like I'm setting it up, that's gonna allow me to attack the base.
Lying with your eyes, we've spoken about this.
Thing is to be able to play with the ball in your pocket.
Pocket the ball. Ball manipulation, we talk about this a lot.
Period of time. So this kind of goes along with the last one. You want to be able to have a relaxed demeanor, but there's times when we want to be able to put the ball not here because the defender is going to be able to take it. We want to be able to put the ball out here and see how my dribbles are. They take a long.
But again, you work on your two ball stuff. You work on any of the ball manipulation stuff, tennis ball stuff, whatever. That's the coordination, right? To be able to win those arm battles, to be able to pocket the ball and hold it back here while you're setting up the offense. But at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, if he's too close, you blow by. You don't want to be in these scenarios where you're having to keep the ball away like this the whole time. Like, you don't want to play most of your game from here. If you're a point guard and you're setting up offense a lot, you probably have to, but other than that,
I'm letting them hang
just pass
for
the ball.
A second. I want to be able to pace is to encompass all of this in what I call ball pressure drill. That's where I'm going to have the ball. I'm on the baseline. I'm going to try to handle it all the way to the top of the key in between the lane lines. So if I step outside the lane line,
slow ball pressure.
It's out of bounds. It's coach's ball. End up turning the ball over, whatever. It's his ball. But my goal is to be able to dribble it.
We've all probably done this before. I'd say 80 to 90% of high school teams still do like some type of drill like this. This is just constraints, right? So give yourself a small space to work on. Put a defender on there. I think it's fine. Again, I think you can play this live. I think you can have the defense go 100% though.
Past him to the top of the key.
Most people don't, because most players can't handle dribbling in that small space with like a full-on defense. So just depending on the level that you're at or the level that you're coaching, like obviously scale it for that, but this is a fine drill.
If you want to work on pace with this, you want to try to do it as slow as possible. So
you want to blow by. You don't want to go as slow as possible. You want to control the ball for sure, but you should always be looking to get past your defenders. So I might put up a clip. I'll see if I can find it of me dribbling the ball up. But the way I got by most of my defenders and most of the bad defenders that guarded me was, yeah, dribble. I'd be straight up and looking up the court. But as soon as they got close enough and they started to pressure me, when we talk about that rubber band being pulled, as soon as they started getting close, I would just go. If you're coming this way, I'm going that way. And then in their head, the rest of the time, they're like, oh, I can't do that or he's going to blow by. So they would back up. Now I can go back to what I was doing, just dribbling the ball up the court without having to worry about them. But it's just the threat of always being on balance, always being ready to go, always being ready to blow by. That's what allows you to control pace. So if you can't do that, if you can't go full speed, none of the other stuff matters, especially if you're playing against a defender who's not just going to be there for kind of the drill or for the video. If they're going full speed, well, they're not going to back up and not going to play you a certain way. Like, you've got to make them pay. You got to punish them. So again, I don't mean this to knock on JQ basketball training. I'm sure he's a great guy. This is more, again, trying to shed more light for the community. And I've got tons of coaches, tons of players that watch this channel that are always looking to get better. And one of the things they struggle with is they watch these videos and then they go put these in place and practice it. And then they wonder why they're not getting better. If you want to be able to play with pace, you have to be able to play full speed. If you can play at 100%, it's very easy to implement a move that takes 60%, because you can go 100%. Implementing 60% is easy. But if you're used to only playing 30%, which I would say most players are. They don't know what going full speed looks like. They don't know what playing hard looks like. They take 4 dribbles after they do a move rather than 1 dribble. So if you're someone who's not efficient with your dribbles and efficient with getting to spots on the floor, so your footwork, if you're not good at those things, I can't take you from a 30% and then show you a 60% move and expect it to work. It doesn't work that way. And show you a 100% move and expect it to work. You need to practice being able to do the basics full speed. Be able to do those basics efficiently. If you can do those, then we can add anything throughout your game. So I think that's the problem where most kids, most adults, most anybody sees most of their problems and issues. I think a lot of these skills trainers see a problem happening up here, way over here. They see this one problem happening, and then they give you a bunch of like these solutions over here that have nothing to do with it. When really it's just like, if you see a problem over here, it's probably just the next thing. It's probably just, here's the problem, or here's the solution to it. It's just right there. It's not that difficult. It's just in that same wheelhouse. We don't need to give them 5 tips over here that don't really help with that situation. So anyways, like I said, I'm not doing these videos to knock the trainers. I don't want these trainers to get hate either, because we need more coaches. We need more people willing to give their time and help the younger group coming through. But hopefully I'm able to help trainers and coaches to not fall down these pathways too. Because if you're coaching young players, you owe it to them to get your research right and to have everything, all your ducks in a row, and be able to teach them, the ways to get to where they want to get to. So anyways, that's my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think down below, and I'll see you all in the next video.